name is Jeff Clark and I'm a physical therapist here at St. Luke's in the Lehigh Valley in Pennsylvania, here to talk to you today about a common diagnosis that affects swimmers throughout the lifespan, known as swimmer's shoulder. First, let's talk about what makes up the shoulder. You have a humeral bone, long bone in the arm that creates a ball at the top, your shoulder blade, which comes around and forms a socket on the side, thus creating a ball and socket joint, a capsule that surrounds the joint to hold it together, and a number of muscles throughout the shoulder to help control it. So what is swimmer's shoulder? Swimmer's shoulder is actually a number of things going wrong in the shoulder that create a complex that's thus creating pain. The first thing that would go wrong would be a stretched out or a loose anterior portion or front portion of that capsule that's supposed to be holding that ball and socket together. A loose portion of the front of the capsule is going to cause that ball to sit forward and up in the joint. Along with that, you have a tight posterior or back portion of the capsule, thus again pushing that humeral head of that ball forward and up in the joint. The next portion would be a shoulder blade that is not well controlled due to weak muscles or easily fatigued muscles that are not able to control that shoulder blade that makes up the socket part of the joint. The fourth portion would be strong, super strong internal rotators of the shoulder. Those rotators are responsible for bringing the arm or the ball forward and into that joint. Thus again, if those are overpowering, bringing that ball forward and up in the joint. Along with that, you have weak external rotators, which are responsible for rolling that ball back out and towards the back of the shoulder complex. So those are weak, the ones in the front are strong, pulling forward and up. All of that together, combined with the typical swimmer's posture of rounded shoulders and a forward head, thus again creating that ball to sit forward and up in the joint, causing pain in the shoulder. I have an understanding of what swimmer's shoulder is. We're going to talk about some exercises that you can do at home to help correct the problem. The first one is going to be a stretch. As I mentioned before, a tight posterior or back part of that capsule is a problem in letting that ball ride forward in the shoulder. So the sleeper stretch, what Allie's going to do here is she's going to lie on her affected arm with the elbow straight out in front of her. She's going to take her other hand and pull down on that arm. So her body weight is supporting her shoulder blade and her shoulder complex, and her arm is pulling to create more internal rotation or stretch out the posterior portion of the capsule. She's going to hold this stretch for 30 seconds, followed by 30 seconds of rest, and she's going to repeat that 4 times. Now we're going to talk about a series of 3 exercises known as Y's, T's, and I's. For the first one, the Y, I'm going to have Allie drop her arms off the side of the table. She's going to lift her elbows slightly off the table and rotate her shoulders back, bringing her hands up towards the top surface of the table while squeezing her shoulder blades together. The next exercise can actually start in the same position with the shoulders off, with the arms off the sides of the table. This is the T's, and what we're going to do in this position, the arms are actually going to stay right in the position they're in. She's just going to lift her elbows up, squeezing her shoulder blades together once again. For the last exercise, the Y's, she's going to bring her arms straight out in front of her, thumbs up towards the ceiling. She's going to keep her arms straight and lift them off the table, once again squeezing her shoulder blades together. Each one of these exercises can be performed 10 repetitions in a row for 3 sets each. This exercise we're going to look at here is going to work on both improving posture and strengthening the posterior portion of the shoulder, the rotator cuff. What you're going to do, you're going to stand with a TheraBand about hands shoulder width apart, elbows at your sides, and you're going to pull that band apart, keeping your elbows at your sides. As you pull the band apart, you're going to squeeze your shoulder blades together like so. This exercise can again be performed 10 repetitions at a time for 3 sets. I hope this video helps give you a better understanding about swimmer's shoulder, and I hope these exercises can help either prevent or decrease your symptoms. None of these exercises should cause pain. If they do cause pain, please contact your physician.